got a good angle here. So this video probably isn't what you think it is going to be, but I just had to say something on sleep apnea and weight loss because it comes up a lot. And I think this, my opinion for this can go on any sort of like sleep apnea cure. But basically what I wanted to say is I see a lot of people on Instagram, because I spend a lot of time on Instagram, CPAP Babes on Instagram if you want to check me out, who are looking to lose weight. You know, lots of people are looking to lose weight. I get it. And I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, a lot of people who are looking to get weight loss surgery, before you get approved for that surgery, you do have to do a sleep study, and if you do have sleep apnea, usually use a CPAP machine to help with that. And then there are other people who are just overweight, and they're like, oh, I don't want to wear this machine anymore. I can't wait to lose weight and get rid of it. So I'm just here to comment on that. So the first thing that I always tell people is that sleep apnea is not always weight related. And whenever I say that, I say it like 5 times, and I'll say it in caps. Sleep apnea is not always weight related. Ah! So it can be weight related, 100%, but it's not always weight related. So when I started getting symptoms, I was 15, and I was very skinny. I feel like I'm still, depending on how you look at it, I don't think I'm super overweight. I think I am some. I mean, I'm pregnant right now, so it doesn't count. But in the past, however many years of my life since I was 15, generally you're not looking at me and being like, oh, she's so overweight. It just depends. My BMI is definitely a little high. Because I got diagnosed when I was still, or not diagnosed, because my symptoms started when I was still thin, I think there's a good possibility that my sleep apnea is not related to weight. However, what I tell people with curing yourself of sleep apnea, I say curing because it's really hard to know if you've cured yourself. Whatever you do, my recommendation as a person and not as a doctor, and don't take anything I say as medical advice, if you have made changes in your life, or changes have happened to you, whatever, if your situation has changed and you're like, I'm getting off CPAP, I don't need it anymore, please just see if you can go get a sleep study to confirm that. Don't just go guessing all willy-nilly and be like, oh yeah, I lost 50 pounds and I feel great, so I don't need a CPAP anymore. I'm gonna just get off this. I'm gonna stop using it. And the reason I say that is because sleep apnea is potentially life-threatening. It can kill you. And if you are going to make the decision to get off CPAP, I really want you to take that decision very seriously and make sure that it's okay with your doctor, whoever's monitoring your sleep apnea, and make sure that you get something statistical or something, some legit medical advice from someone who says, yes, this is okay, you do not have sleep apnea anymore, you got rid of it some way. So that's my advice. I know a lot of people have suggested to me these different natural remedies and weight loss and blah, blah. I'm personally happy with my CPAP. I'm not trying to get off of it at this point. I love it. It's changing my life. I don't know if I even could. I'm not like, whatever. Kind of what my choice has been in this whole sleep apnea diagnosis. I've been diagnosed almost, it'll be 2.5 years, so 3 years in November-ish, is that instead of, so my attitude going into it was, I'm going to go into this with a positive attitude and embracing the CPAP and find it empowering and happy and a really, really, really good thing for my health. So that's the decision I made, and so now I'm not like spending all my time being like, I hate this thing, I want to get off of it. That's not how I roll. I like this thing. If I'm on it for my whole life, whatever, I don't care. I would embrace that, whatever. And I think that's something to think about if you are currently getting on CPAP, if it's weight related or not. But if it, I think if it is weight related, or you think it's weight related, instead of, if this is your jam, again, everyone's different, instead of seeing weight loss, your weight loss goal as to get off of it, try to see your weight loss goal a little bit, reframe it, and find other things to do, because some people do lose a bunch of weight and are not able to get off CPAP. So sometimes people lose weight and they still have inflammation that causes them to need it. Or some people get really skinny, but their throat and the shape of their anatomy, they're not able to get off. I always use my friend, who I will not name, he's more private than me, as an example. He is like a personal trainer, and he's not a bulky personal trainer. He's very lean. He's a beautiful man, if you're watching. My husband knows who he is. It's not like that. But he's very lean, and he's a personal trainer. He's in very, very good shape. He's not overweight. He's not bulky muscles. He's just a really good-looking, lean guy, and he has sleep apnea. And I know lots of people who are not overweight who have sleep apnea, and that's how it is. So it could be you get the CPAP and you're like, I hate being overweight, and my why to lose weight is to get rid of the CPAP, and you lose 100 pounds and you're healthy and great and you still need it. So try to take that into consideration. Weight loss might not be, or weight may not be what's causing your sleep apnea. So if you can at all, try to get into the mindset of, this is something that helps to get me healthy. It's something that I appreciate. It's something that is a good resource for me. If I don't need it anymore, I don't need it anymore. But I think that's just really something really powerful to think about, because you don't want to kind of psych yourself up to do something and then be resentful if it doesn't work, right? So I've just been thinking a lot about that lately when I see these posts from people who are like, oh, one reason to lose weight, get rid of the CPAP. And it's like, yeah, that is. And I know it can be hard. I'm not being like, you have to be like me and have a positive attitude and blah, blah. I know it can be hard to wear it for some people. But reframing it is what's going to help you be successful. If weight loss really is one of your goals, that's great. Hopefully what the CPAP will do will make you feel better, give you more energy. If you're sleeping better, your body just works better when you sleep better. It really does. I have lost a little weight since I got on CPAP. Mostly I haven't lost that. Again, all bets are off right now because this, that's a baby. It's not weight. Well, it is some weight. But I did lose some weight on CPAP, mostly, even though I think did I gain weight after? I don't think I gained weight. But what was so interesting is that even without losing weight, everything kind of slimmed down a little bit. So even without losing like pounds, I feel like everything is less puffy. I'm not retaining water. I'm not as just exhausted, bloated, whatever. And I think when you sleep better, you're just healthier. I really think the tenets of health, people say diet and exercise, and I think it's diet, exercise, and sleep. I went to a CPR training in November, and the trainer was like, okay, someone has a heart attack. What are the reasons people are having a heart attack? Lifestyle. If you do not have proper diet and exercise, then you're more likely to have a heart attack. And I'm like, and sleep. Because, some people have really good diet and exercise, and if you have sleep apnea, that's really doing a number on your body. So think about that. So in summary, oh my gosh, how have I talked about this for 8 minutes? I'm good at talking. In conclusion, sleep apnea is not always weight related, right? So that's one. So consider that. And if you are not overweight and you are having problems with fatigue, consider getting a sleep study. You don't have to be overweight. A lot of people, it blows my mind how often I'll be reading comments, like if someone posts a Facebook article about sleep apnea, and people will be like, well, if they weren't fat, they wouldn't have it. Or if they weren't overweight, or they need to eat better and exercise. And it's like, that's not always true. That's not. And I wonder if there's not a lot of research on it, but people are, there's an underdiagnosis of sleep apnea. It's not being caught as often as it is. So I wonder if it's overweight people are more likely to have it, or if they're just not catching all the not overweight people who have it. No idea. So that's one. So consider that sleep apnea is a problem for many different body types. And you know what? If you are fat or overweight or whatever you want to call it, I don't care. I think everyone's awesome. So, you know, like, whatever is doing it. I also don't think necessarily if you're overweight you need to, like, ruin your life over losing weight. Like, do you. I don't care. Like, really. I think all people are valid. So I'm not trying to, hopefully you get that from this message. I'm not like, lose weight, blah, blah. It's not my business, and I don't think it's necessary for everyone. That's just, your health belongs to you. So anyway, body positivity, no matter what it looks like. That's what I'm trying to say. So that's one. Sleep apnea is not always weight related. It can be. Two, as much as you can, embrace the PAP. Embrace the PAP. That's a nasal mask. That's a nasal mask. That's a full face. That's probably sign language for something really dirty. Oops, maybe I should do that. So, but I'm always like my mask. I always do that because I have a nasal mask. So, embrace the PAP as much as you can. If you are able to, really try to have a good mindset about it. Think positive. Think that it's something that is good and healthy and happy for you. Easier said than done, but you're going to make a lot more progress in your therapy with that mindset. One thing, again, not medical advice, that I think might be helpful for people, and I am, again, not a doctor, and this does sound kind of out there and woo-woo, but I'm going to say it anyway. I think one of the things that could be helpful for people is hypnosis. I think a lot of people feel very claustrophobic with their mask, or they feel very negative about it, and I think a lot of it, there's all different factors, but some of it is in our brains and how we think. So I think I really would like to see how hypnosis is helping people get used to their CPAP. If you've done hypnosis to help with your CPAP, please let me know, to help you use it more, get in that habit or whatever. I'd love to know more about that. And I have connected with a hypnotherapist on doing a guided hypnosis on it and selling it on my website, but then I have totally flaked and not gotten back to her. So if you're watching this, I'm sorry. And I will try to get back with you eventually. No one's perfect. So that's one thing. The third thing is, if you feel like you are ready to get off CPAP, you feel like you've solved your sleep apnea, for the love of God, please check with your doctor and see what your doctor says. And if there's a sleep study recommended, please do it. You do not want to die just because you think you've cured yourself and you haven't. You know, like, that's just not cool. People need you. We love you. Don't die just because you hate your CPAP and want to get off it, or because you feel like you're done. And some people do get rid of sleep apnea with weight loss. Some don't. It really depends on the person and your unique health situation. So really, please, for me, check in with your medical team before you pronounce yourself cured and PAP free. I think I had one more thing to say. I don't remember. I get to blame everything on pregnancy brain right now. So, but that's my 2 cents about that. Yeah, keep doing what you're doing. Really try to look at the benefits of CPAP and how it's affecting your health positively. Like, that's been so helpful for me. And just do it and roll with it. And if it's something you want to be done with, and, you know, not wear, whatever, but just know that weight loss is not always something that will automatically get you off CPAP, and that is okay, because guess what? It's okay to wear CPAP. In fact, it's great for some of us. See how happy I am? I wasn't this happy before I'd be like, I'm tired. And now I'm like, yeah, packed all night, ready to go. Woo! I'm a nerd. Okay, anyway, that is my message for today. I hope you are all having an awesome day and an awesome week whenever you are watching this. And comment with any questions. If there's too many mean comments, I'll just turn them off. I don't need that in my life. So hopefully you are able to respond to this positively instead of whatever. I mean, most of my comments are pretty nice. I'm not too worried, but got some mean ones before. Like, really? Really? Life's too short. Okay, anyway, bye. Talk to you later.